Hey everyone, welcome back to Software Secrets. So the third question that we keep getting over and over and over again, which kind of makes me laugh, is, hey guys, do I have to be a programmer to be able to actually develop software? Or is this course going to teach me how to be a programmer? And I think this is funny, first off, because I actually went to school to become a programmer. And like by day 2, I was so confused that I just it was way over my head. And so, yet I run a really big software company. And so, obviously the answer is no, you don't. But I love for Garrett and Scott to talk a little bit about, because they built multiple software companies. And are either of you guys developers?
No.
Heck no.
No,
we don't know we don't even know how to write code. We don't even know how to read it, really.
Yeah, and it's actually to our advantage that we don't. And that's why, we've built over 30 different software products, and we haven't written one line of code. You don't have to be a programmer to build an awesome software. You didn't. Look at ClickFunnels. If you would have been the programmer for ClickFunnels,
we still wouldn't have a ClickFunnels.
Yeah, exactly.
It's interesting. I remember when I first started understanding this, because I was the same way. I actually switched my majors to computer information systems to learn how to program, to develop my very first idea, which was ZipBrander. And that was my whole reason why I switched my major. And like I said, by day 2, I was so confused. I was just like, that was a really bad mistake. And it was a little while later when I found out a friend we both have, Armin Moore, and I thought he was coding all his own software programs. And I found out he wrote an article talking about how he had hired people from overseas to develop software. And I was just like, are you kidding me? And I remember going to a website and posting the project. And I met my very first programmer. His name was Cyprian from Romania. And he built ZipBrander for me, and I just remember how cool that was. And I remember afterwards, I hired him. I hired some from India, from a whole bunch of different countries. Right. I remember how cool it was talking to them, and I have friends in India and Romania and all these different places now. And it was such a cool thing to realize that these guys were way smarter than me, and they could actually build the software.
Yeah, and the cool thing is you make these people become your friends. They become a part of your team, and even if they're overseas, and we're going to introduce you to some people here soon where they're in Pakistan, and we know them, we love them. I flew to Dubai and met a couple of them a couple months ago, and it's just they've become friends. And so these people are way smarter than us, and that's how it should be.
That's awesome. So we want to introduce this because I wanted to bring this out because again we talk about this, but a lot of times you don't have the face with the actual how it all works behind the scenes. And so we wanted you to see this because a couple things, those of you guys who get involved in Software Secrets, this is the same team that you guys can actually hire and work. Same team that's built all these guys as software empires. You have access to the exact same team. So we wanted you to meet some of them and kind of get to know a little bit about them. So you want to introduce us to your team?
Yep. So here is they're Pure Logics, and as a Software Secrets member, you get access to the team. They've got hundreds of programmers. These are the people that will build your software. So Waqas, why don't you introduce everybody? Here's Waqas. He's our main leader for all of our teams. And you can see they're in Pakistan. What time is it there now?
It's around 10:15 p.m.
10:15 p.m. So they're about 12 hours ahead. They work a swing shift so that they can be working during some of our hours so that we can have communication back and forth. So Waqas, why don't you introduce some of the team members there for our team?
So here is Suhail, who is working on the proof, and here is Kashif, who is working with us remote team. Here is Norez, he is working on the Android applications, and here is Hassan, he is working on the team chat, wireframe, and mind map. Okay, so here is Ali. Hey guys. He's working on projects he's in iOS developer. He's working on the and here is Nawaz. He's a DBA. Here's a Wes, who's working on software funnels. And here's Faisal, who is working on the project tool. Hello. And here's Zia, who is working on the help desk and whiteboard.
Guys, you can speak too.
Yeah. Hi. And here's Akif, who recently moved to the Shopper Proof team. Hi. Here is Wasim, who is working on the Shopper Proof. Hi all. And here is Daud, who is working on CartRocket. And here is Ahmed, who's working with the car toolkit. And Hayes the star.
Cool.
So awesome.
Awesome.
It's cool to see all of them together
Yeah.
hanging out.
My question for you guys is, a lot of people on our side who are working with your teams and things like that. I think sometimes they get nervous about it. Like, like there's this fear of working with programmers overseas. They don't have a chance to meet and to see. But you guys do this every single day, and I'm curious on your guys' side. Do you guys enjoy working on these projects, building these crazy software tools for these guys?
It's a great experience, actually.
Yeah, they have to say that, right?
That's so awesome.
So some of the main ways that we communicate with these, they're 12 hours ahead, they're far away. Some of the main ways we communicate them is through our software funnels, through the team chat. You heard a lot of these guys are working on the software funnels, on CartRocket, on Shopper Approved, on some of our main products. And we use those products to communicate with them. We talk with them via, and they all speak great English. They all type English. It's just a communication thing. So it works out very well.
Awesome. How long have you been working with this team?
I think, is Amir there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, show Amir, get in here.
He's hiding.
So Amir is one of the founders of PureLogix. And how long have we been working together, Amir? Like 7 years?
Yeah, it's been almost, I think, 7 years, more than 7 years, I guess.
Yeah. So a long time. And the cool thing about Amir is he goes and finds these great programmers there in Pakistan. There's a local university there. They find these great guys that work really, really hard.
Well, the other cool thing is they put them through a whole vetting process to make sure that we get the best of the best.
That's so cool. Well, very cool. We're excited. Grateful, first off, for all the work you guys have done for these guys, but now all the Software Secrets members, so many of them I know have been using your guys in your teams to build their software. And it's just so cool to have a team that, like they said, high quality developers and that understand the system and the process that these guys have kind of laid out here in Software Secrets. And excited to see all the new software everyone's cranking out with your guys' team. So thanks for jumping on today with us, you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We love you guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
All right, that's so cool. So I still remember just with my very first developers, the first one I hired as a full-time employee, his name was Doral, and I still to this day work with him. It's been 15 plus years. And it's funny because I remember when I first started, I felt bad. Like I was only paying him $100 a week was how we started the contract. Now it makes about $1,000 a week. So it's grown over the last decade. But I remember first feeling really guilty. I was like, man, I'm not paying him very much money to do these projects. And I remember feeling just this guilt from it. But then I remember on the other side, like he kind of said the same thing to me. He's like, man, you're paying me so much. You're paying me so well. And I was just like, what? Like, I literally had no money. I was like selling stuff on eBay to pay for him because I knew that I didn't know how to program. So I was like, he would do these projects and we would create a little product together and we'd launch it and make a little money. And I could pay him a little bit more and it kept growing from there. And I remember just the coolest thing for me was seeing how his quality of life changed afterwards. It wasn't just my quality of life changed, which it did dramatically because now I had somebody who could help me to build these things. But second off, like his quality of life got better. He ended up buying a car, he ended up getting a house, like all these things. And he was like one of the richest kids in Romania. And he was able to like help his parents and his brother and all these other people because of this job. And it was just one of those things where it was a win-win on both sides, where I was getting really inexpensive labor. He was giving me really amazing programming, and both sides of it won. So I love it.
That's a good, and that's true. I mean, a lot of people will be a little bit hesitant to want to, they have this software idea, they join Software Secrets, they get in touch with PureLogix, and they're kind of like, well, they're in Pakistan. Are they going to be able to speak English? Are they going to be a good programmer? Are they going to be able to work some of the hours that during our daytime? And the answer is yes to all those questions. But to also answer that question is, if you want to build a software and you want to use somebody in the States or other programmers, you can. You don't have to use these guys.
It's going to be a lot more money, though.
Yeah,
right?
it's going to be a lot more expensive.
It's going to be 3 to 4 times more money. And all of these guys have degrees, right? They've all been to university. They specialize in programming. Like you saw, every one of those programmers had a unique programming skill set,
One's like
right?
iOS and
Android, we have the Android developer, and there's different languages, and that's the other cool thing is, you go to the PeerLogix, you have your idea, and you kind of meet with Amir, and you're like, okay, because you don't have to know anything. We don't know anything, and we just go to them and like, here's what we want to build, here's some things we found, and what kind of programmer do we need? And they take care of all that.
That's awesome.
You don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to be technical because we aren't, and we've figured it out 30 plus times.
That's so cool. I love it. Well, I hope that for any of you guys who are watching this, if that was like your concern, again, it was the top 3 concerns. This was the third one we got over and over again. So I don't know how to program. And the answer, like we said earlier, is that's actually a really, really good thing. In fact, most of the people I know who do program never get their stuff done because there's so much in there dinking around trying to program it. Exactly. And by not being able to do it, it's nice because you have to have someone else to do it, and then it actually gets done. And that is the key. So I hope that helps you guys. If you haven't watched the webinar replay yet, there'll be a link down below this video. Go and watch it. Go back in there and find out how to start using Software Secrets for your business. Like I said, I still to this day believe software is the best business model in the world. And I've tried them all. I've done info products, supplements, local stuff, lead gen. Like there's not a business model I haven't tried, and software is by far the best. People always ask me, if you sell ClickFunnels, what's next? And all I'm going to do is develop a software.
Yeah, we agree. Software is the best way that you can get ahead in this world.
Yeah, software's so much fun. You guys are going to love it. So if you haven't watched the webinar yet, go down, watch the webinar replay. If you have watched it and you're like sitting on the fence, you're like, I just don't know if I just do it. This is your future. This is the business you're developing. Literally, they're giving you access to developers starting like $20 an hour. For the same developers here in the States, just so you're like apples to apples, you're looking like probably low in $80 an hour up to over $100 an hour or more for the same caliber people. You're able to get them at these tiny, tiny rates, which is insanely cool. So, yeah, like anyone who thinks that you're fearing the investment, like, this is a business, put the money in, it's worth it, and just take that leap of faith. I promise you, when your first software program's done and you get your first like 5 members and it pays for everything, now everything you make after that's pure profit, like it's pretty awesome. So go watch the replay, and if you've already watched it and you're on the fence, time to get started. Click on the link down below to get started, and thanks you guys, and I can't wait for them to all become Software Secrets members and get their first software programs done.
Thanks, everybody.